which is content issue kwa industry yetu. Unaweza iwekaje? Unaonaje? I've listened to your songs, by the way, Martyn, right. And nimeona you have substance. You have substance. So how can we have a lot of issues huko nje ya content, you know?
Right.
People just mtu anaingia studio anaimba vitu zake alafu anaingisha jina yake Mungu hapo pale ndani. So what can you say about content now, because now you're doing gospel
right.
music?
Right.
What's the importance of good content, biblical content, na just singing things to entertain people?
Right.
Yes.
About content, I think why we call gospel artists is because we are singing about something that we want to impact people. Now, you cannot sing from your head and expect to impact somebody. You understand? We are singing about somebody who's all supreme, all knowing, all powerful. You understand? Somebody who controls how you think, controls your entire existence. You understand? So when somebody comes and decides ataimba wimbo that appeals to your senses and does not really change you, it tells you it's not driven by the purpose which makes us gospel ministers. You understand? So it has to come from a place of faith. Why people like content is because I think they like mentorship. Their walk with God is not to the level where they can influence somebody else. Because we are called to impact people. Now, you cannot impact somebody if you have nothing to impact. If you have no content, absolutely. So, uta impact mtu aje. You understand? So, it comes from your own personal growth with God and your own experience with God. How do you know God? You understand? Because you can't share a God you don't understand. So we all have like I said, we are all gifted differently, and I don't have to be in the pulpit to preach with a mic to impact somebody.
Correct.
Me, my gifting is I sing up what revelation what inspiration I get from God, and that in turn will touch somebody else. So we are all ministers in our own right, but now the content, where is your source? Understand? So I think people need to go deeper as far as their personal connection with God is concerned, for them to have something that can impact somebody else. So it goes back to your personal relationship, because you can't fake gospel. You understand? There's industry, which is the profitable side of gospel music, but there's ministry. Now, most of the people are hyped up about the industry. They forget the source of what makes the industry is ministry. Okay. So, like they say, seek ye first the kingdom of God. That means that's the focus. Before we think about the money na nini, let's focus on the main thing. Hizi zingine zitafuata.
Correct.
You get? Yeah. So I think, in my opinion, that's what needs to be sorted. The people need to revise their relationship with God before they try and impact influence somebody else with what they think they have. You understand? So deep calleth unto the deep. If you have nothing to give, what will I listen to? You understand? So people should just search themselves as far as their connection with God is concerned. The deeper you go, the how do I say it? The farther you can reach. You get? So I think it's a faith issue, and a mentorship issue.
Okay. Yeah. You think it's a mentorship issue?
I think so, because if you have mentors that can guide you, wakwambie, by the way, hapa you're not growing, hapa umestagnate, hapa you are not, hapa your content needs to go deeper, hapa you need to read more. If you have people like that, it will be easier.
Yeah.
You understand? But most of the people, people assume gospel music is just sing anything then putting God inside. You understand? That is not impactful music. That is trendy music. Unajua trendy music doesn't last. Unajua the same way a trend comes and goes is the same way your music itasikizwa once and goes. But what makes lasting music, lasting inspiration in music is what is the source of what you're singing.
Correct.
You understand? Is it from a deep place? It's just the same way you take mineral water. Ikimwagika hivi itamwagika ikauke. But if it's from the source, it will continue, it will continue pouring. So people should just re-evaluate where is your source. Connect with God. When you connect with God, you get the source of your inspiration.
Very true.
So it becomes
meaning, if you don't have a relationship with God, it becomes very difficult for you to remain relevant.
Right.
So Kiswahili wanaita kusisimua, utatusisimua, tutatupatia dance,
itakuwa hype tu.
Tutatupe hype, and then after time. And that's why you have likes of people like Angela Chibalonza, legends in the music. Maybe a few examples, people like Machichi, I can remember a few names listening to when I was growing up. And of course, we wakukuwa na match, dancing to the songs or something. But hata saizi a song by Chibalonza ipigwe mahali.
Right.
You will connect it, like it will point you back to the cross. And I think that's the whole essence of gospel music and all that.
Right, and again, it's ageless music. When you play it now, you play it 10 years to come. There's music that is trending now. You can't play it in a year or two after now.
Yes.
By the time we're doing elections, in Meisha, you've forgotten. It was just a trend that came and went. So gospel is not supposed to be trendy in terms of it's supposed to last, because impact is impact. It doesn't matter ulisikia wapi. It's just supposed to change you by inspiring you to go to a different level. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think there's something about character and the way you present, the image you present out there as a minister of the gospel.
Right.
Because now I think we are putting a demarcation between being in the industry and being in the ministry.
Right.
So as Martyn, what has given you relevance in terms of now of character? We've spoken about music. It's I won't put it as it's easy to go to the studio and write and sing a good content. But in terms of character, in terms of behavior, do you present yourself out there? You present yourself as someone who is for the kingdom.
When it comes to character, I think like I say, your source matters. Your source matters. So for me as a person, I'll just speak for me because that's what works for me.
Yes, it's
you understand. So what makes it work? For me, I think it's a personal relationship with God. Alafu it's good to have certain demarcations around yourself or certain principles that keep you in check. Like for example, you can produce a song and it hits and it gets to your head.
Yeah, sure.
You forget the person that gave you the song to sing about was to impact people. It's good to have a song that hits. It's not bad, actually. It's not bad to be known. But now problem is most of the people are not grown to the point where they can handle that kind of attention. You understand? So when a little attention comes, kiburi inaingia, starts feeling like he's the showstopper of town and then shortly after that, the impact that he was supposed to cause dies with him because the glow that comes with that gifting, it kills him before he can be mature enough to handle it. Understand? So again, I have friends that keep me in check. It's very important to have people that they tell you are not all that. I mean, unaufala, unaringa nini, So of course it won't get to there, but just people that keep it real and help you stay in check. Alafu, of course, your relationship with God should be on point. So they're just things that I try and always look back. Naangalia Mungu umenitoa far. Wewe umenitoa town fulani nito Njoro Nakuru. Most of the people don't even know that. Most people don't know I was born in Coast. I've lived in Nakuru, Njoro, uko Bundus. Most people don't know that. They just know the Martyn of Nairobi, the Martyn who sings, the Martyn who's a recording artist, who's a producer, who travels, whatever. But how I do in my past. So those are the things that keep me in check. Naangalia where God has taken me from. Of course, I'm going much further, but God just gives you that humility mindset. Ukiangalia penye umetoka, it just keeps you humble. So my responsibility to make sure I remain humble for God to use me. God does not use proud people.
Amen. Pastor Martyn ndani ya studio.
Preach it.
Karibuni sana. This is the Exhilarate Show. Hiyo jina lazima kume kunyo ndimu mingi sana ndio pronounce. Martyn, can you try? Say the Exhilarate.
Exhilarate.
That's nice.
They say pole pole.
Your mom did good for the English class.
She tried.
Karibuni sana. This is Candy Susan ndani ya B Media 99.9 na ni baraka sana. We are continuing to listen to Martyn even in his continuous discussion. Man, Martyn himself loaded himself wisdom, and I think he's a good mentor. Recommending him even to the people out there who are growing in music. In terms of how mtu ambaye ako na mindset ya. But then we are not doing this thing for the money. The money is important, but the heart of the matter is very, very key. The heart of the matter. And the heart of the matter is turning people back to Christ. Because we have a lot of drama, pale inje, every day in social media. Myself, I'm very much disappointed with so many things that's gonna happen, Martyn. Lakini, tukiona few people, we have people who think like you, Martyn, in terms of gospel music is not just gospel music. And we are not looking at the likes and all that. But at the end of the day, something in your Martyn way for me inakwanga I would put it as a inafanyanga nikwe sober. Ni when I remember that one day I will stand before the seat of judgment and I will be answerable. With the 10,000, the 15,000 God alinipatia ya kurecord song, alafu mimi nikaenda nikarecord just something. Ama alinipatia a place nikwe a public figure to someone and I lost the opportunity. I didn't tell them the truth. Ama I hyped them, and that was it.
Right.
So let's continue listening to Martyn. Wacha tusikie one from Martyn na itakuwa ya baraka tena sana.
Martyn Da Psalmist,
DJ, wekele hapo kwa sawa. Kwa mix kwa.
Retention imeisha.
Kwa sawa.
Za kwanza mkani wote zikamela.
we give it to Jesus, all the glory, all of the honor. We give it to the King of Kings. Everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody say yeah. On my knees you have been mentioned. All I know to Jesus. You're the Son of God. Not to compare to you. You're the Most High God, omnipresent one. Your mighty hand is all over me, and your presence surrounds me. All the glory, all of the honor, we give it to Jesus. All the glory, all of the honor, we give it to the King of Kings. All the glory, all of the honor, we give it to Jesus. All the glory, all of the honor, we give it to the King of Kings. Everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. Hello. Everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. Hello. Everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. Umeninua step by step, ukanisafisha nafsi yangu, ukanipeleka hatua baada ya nyingine. Kanifungulia njia, kaniinua pia. Hakuna Mungu kama wewe, hakuna Mungu kama wewe, kama wewe. We give it to Jesus, all the glory. We give it to the King of Kings, all the glory and the honor. All the glory to Jesus, all the glory, all of the honor. All the glory, we give it to Jesus. All the glory, all of the honor. Everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody Kila mahali sijamuona mwenye upendo kama wako. Nimesaka huku na kule, nitatambua wewe msaada wangu. Marafiki wakinitoroka, nitapiga magoti mimi nitaomba. Familia yako ikiwa na shida, mkaribishe Yesu, yeye atatembea. Hiyo aya ninaimba wimbo, natabiri nikisema mtainuka. Bwana Yesu alinipigania, kanipa nguvu sasa mimi nawatangazia, Bwana Yesu pia kawapigania. Usichoke kuita jina lake, ni msaada wakati atakujibu. Msaada kwa marafiki zangu, ile kitu sikutambua, mashida pia zimewakumba. Wanatafuta jibu ya maswali na vitamini, nitajibu swali gani? Nikashika yangu Biblia, nikasoma, nikatafakari vile navyokuinua. Nitazame mbele, msaada toka wapi? Watoka kwa Yesu, nainua macho yangu, nitazame mbele, msaada toka wapi? Watoka kwa Yesu.
Hapa tuko B-Media 99.9 FM na tuko na Martyn Da Psalmist. Akwambia ile energy kwa studio ni energy nyingine fulani yenye I've never done this before. Martyn, next time to be vest. The energy is awesome. The energy is awesome. Yes, Martyn.
Yes, sir.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
So tunaendelea na show na discussion na mimi ningetaka kujua from Martyn, what do we expect?
Okay. Okay, there are a lot of projects I'm working on. I just released my third album like a month or two ago. It's on all social media platforms, it's on all streaming platforms, because I realized wakati, like, this is one of the things that was a challenge kitambo. Wakati we were releasing music, we assume the only platform is YouTube.
Correct.
You understand? There's a lot of, like I said, there's the music ministry, there's the music industry.
Very true.
Now, how to make both work is you have to have a know-how and knowledge. Yeah, knowing how to handle ministry, knowing how to handle industry.
Correct.
Now, industry is where you can earn from your music, you can earn from your administration and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, Kitambo, all we had access to was YouTube and a few other local platforms.
Correct.
But sahi I'm global, niko on iTunes, niko on Apple Music, niko on Deezer, Spotify, Tidal. Yani it just depends which part of the planet you live in. When you're in the US, you can access iTunes, Apple Music. When you're in Africa, you can access Boomplay. Yeah, so I mean, you can access it from anywhere.
Awesome.
Yep.
That is nice. We took on Dania Exhilarate Show.
Yep.
99.9 hapa na Candy Susan. Ndani ya baraka sana tuko na yeye Martyn Da Psalmist.
Right.
A very awesome person that I've gotten to know, a very good vocalist and then a minister of the word. Mtu ambaye ni mzito. Karibu sana Martyn, it was nice having you.
Thank you.
And in that regard, are you open to collabos?
Yeah, well, collabs were tricky sometimes. It depends on who it is. Like if we have this, we believe in the same thing. If we are going the same direction, it's really hard to just pick anybody and do a collab with. But as long as they represent Jesus, as long as you're ready to grow, we can grow together. So that's not an issue.
All right, pale mtandaoni, let me get to understand what you think about the show. Tumekuwa naye Martyn Da Psalmist, na pia on Monday next week ungependa to host nani next. Lakini meantime imekuwa baraka sana. Asante Martyn.
Nashukuru.
It was nice hosting you.
Thanks for having me.
Inaonekana sasa very soon.
Tahamia huku.
Very soon tutakuwa tunahama na Martyn.
Manzi itapita.
Na itakuwa ya baraka sana.
Yeah.
Sio Martyn, ile promise ambayo ulitupatia.
Oh my gosh.
You promised us a cappella, anapenda vocals zako. Ulipromise a cappella. Unajua wanasema promise ni nini? Kiswahili wanasema ahadi ni deni.
What?
Ahadi ni deni. So even as we sign out, unaweza tupatia a cappella and then your song, na itakuwa baraka sana. Maybe wacha tupatie a cappella alafu tukani kwambie the next thing.
Where?
From Martyn.
Wait. This is the part that we don't like the most, because the creativity part of the studio and live is something totally different. I don't have anything to sing right now. I don't know what I'll sing. What?
Okay, even though it's from your content.
Okay. How long do you want it?
Just short.
Okay.
Hata ile tumetoka kupiga saizi hapa.
Okay. I see the Lord is blessing you all. Double. I see the Lord is blessing you all. From the left to the right. From the east to the west. From the left to the right. From the north to the south. Hiyo tu nimekuja kwa kichwa sasa.
You have done well. Martyn, maybe one word to an artist out there that is trusting God to grow, one word to fame, and a minister out there that is really ana struggle kuandika songs, ana struggle kutafuta producer, ana struggle hata kupeleka songs juu wapi azichezwi. Unaweza mpatia advice gani moja, alafu you sign out and then we call it a day?
Okay. I think in music, you need to know what you want to do. You need to know what kind of music you want to do. You need to understand your sound. Secondly, find somebody who can mentor you in music. Ikitu, you don't need to go through the hardships tulipitia to get to where we are. You understand? There are a lot of things we didn't know. So we learned by hook and crook, by miss and trial and miss. So you don't need to go through that. If you can find somebody that you admire, somebody that you look up to, inbox. I mean, say tumeingia age ya social media, you can reach anybody anywhere. So I mean, ingia tu DM ya mwenye unapenda, mwenye anakuinspire, mwambie, I mean, can you guide me here and there? At least you learn a few things. Alafu you don't have to do try and error. You don't have to waste a lot of time trying to learn, unajua. So you can learn from somebody may go in front of you. Get somebody who can you like, that can mentor enter you. So it will be easier to just follow their footsteps instead of
awesome. Awesome. Tumekuwa na Martyn Da Psalmist na imekuwa ya baraka sana. So I leave us with one song ya Martyn na itakuwa ya baraka tena sana. Lakini before that, ukisikia before mingi unajua ni za mchungaji. Tuko na wachungaji ndani ya studio. Martyn anaangalia pale camera na salimia the viewers. Tuko na viewers, not just the listeners. Yeah.
All right, my name is Martyn Da Psalmist. Nashukuru sana. Thanks for tuning into the show. Sijui nitasalimia watu wangapi. How many people am I allowed to say to?
As many as you
wengi. Hey man,
as many as you can, Martyn.
To all my people tunaendanga nao church roll assembly, nawasalimia sana. To all my neighbors, people we do ministry with, to my producer, Abedingoso, Miracle, Palegamba Productions, to my brother and friends from Grooms Group in the UK, Salute, and very many others that are listening and tuning in.
And to Papa.
And to Papa, yeah.
What is his name?
Anaitwa Dr. Albert Odulele.
And to Papa, Dr. Albert Odulele.
In the UK.
We salute you, sir, in the UK.
Yes.
Alright guys, this is the Exhilarate Show. This is 99.9 ndani ya B Media. This is Candy Susan na Martyn Da Psalmist.
Karibishe Yesu, yeye atatembea. Ndiyo maana ninaimba wimbo na kabiri nilisema mtainuka. Bwana Yesu alinipigania, kanipa